You know, there's a new industrial revolution happening right now, but you're not going to see it on any factory floor. Nope, it's happening in a place that has no physical dimensions, a place built entirely out of data, a place where the future can be tested, broken, and perfected, all before a single dollar is spent in the real world. This is the story of the digital twin. Okay, just imagine you're building a massive, state-of-the-art factory. You've got logistics, robotics, human workflows, a million different things that all have to click together perfectly. Now, traditionally, you'd build the whole thing, and only then would you find out if it all actually worked. But the industrial giants, well, they're not leaving that to chance anymore.
That's right, we're talking about major players like BMW planning their next-gen electric vehicle plants, or NVIDIA designing the very infrastructure that powers AI. They're taking a completely new first step. They're building every single nut, bolt, and robotic arm of their future facilities first, in the virtual realm.
And when I say a copy, I mean a one-to-one scale replica. A perfect digital copy so precise it can simulate the flow of materials, the movement of every worker, right down to the millimeter. So what's this incredible technology called? It's known as a digital twin.
Now you might be thinking, hold on, isn't this just a fancy 3D model, like a really detailed blueprint? And that's a totally fair question, but it's where the most crucial distinction lies. See, a digital twin isn't just a drawing. It's more like an operational ghost.
Okay, here's the fundamental difference. On one hand, you've got your static 3D model. Think of it like a photograph. Incredibly detailed, for sure, but it's lifeless. It's a snapshot in time. It shows you the what, but not the how. But then you have the digital twin. This thing is a living replica. It's connected to its physical counterpart by a constant stream of data from thousands of sensors. It's not a snapshot. It's a live, predictive feed of reality itself.
And that's the absolute key, right there in the definition. A digital twin is the real-time digital counterpart. That connection, that constant flow of data measuring temperature, stress, output, and 1,000 other things, that's what gives the twin life. It's not just a model of the factory. In a way, it is the factory, just in a digital dimension.
So if this digital copy is alive, what can you actually do with it? Well, this is where the whole concept goes from being a neat visualization tool to one of the most powerful engineering instruments ever created. It literally becomes a simulator for reality.
And this quote just illustrates the core value perfectly. In a flight simulator, a pilot can face engine failure, catastrophic weather, every crisis you can imagine, all without any real-world risk. A digital twin gives you that exact same power for an entire industrial operation. You can push the virtual machines to their breaking point, test wildly inefficient workflows, simulate a total supply chain collapse just to see what happens, all so that it never ever happens in real life.
The process itself is as powerful as it is, straightforward. First, you build that perfect virtual copy. Second, you hook it up to the real world, feeding it live data from sensors on the physical object. Third, you run an almost infinite number of what-if scenarios, the simulations. And fourth, the twin uses all that data to predict equipment failures before they happen, spot bottlenecks you'd never see, and optimize processes with a level of insight that was frankly impossible before.
But this whole technology is so much bigger than just one factory or one jet engine. Its true potential, the real game changer, is its scalability. I mean, what happens when we use this not just for isolated high-value assets, but for everything?
This is the end game, the ultimate vision, a mirror world, a persistent one-to-one digital layer that covers our entire physical reality, a simulation of the whole planet, updated in real time. It sounds like science fiction, I know, but the foundational tech is being built right now, one digital twin at a time.
Imagine a future where it's not just a factory, but an entire city that has a digital twin. A city where you can simulate and optimize traffic flow before a jam ever happens. Where energy use can be predicted and balanced across the entire grid in real time. A world where every single physical thing has a living, learning, predictive digital ghost.
And this all brings us to one final, really profound question. When we create this perfect, data-driven mirror of our physical world, it's not just going to show us what is, but what could be. It'll show us our own inefficiencies, our hidden patterns, our greatest opportunities. So as we gaze into this digital reflection, we have to ask ourselves, what will it teach us about ourselves?